Hello again, it's Priscilla Batzell in Spring Hill, Florida at Expressionist Art Studio Gallery, and I'm still warming up today and it's getting kind of late, but I've got a 12 by 16 inch canvas and enough, ooh, that might be more than enough, and enough black paint and an OXO omelet turning spatula, which is a great tool to spread it, available on the Amazon link, shown in blue, below show more, under the top of the video, and hopefully this isn't going to be a problem. That's a lot of paint. I could very easily take that off and put it right into a little container I have over here, which is probably exactly what I'm going to do. I'm not going to worry about my edges right now. I say that, and then I have to always, immediately thereafter, do something else. So, if I was going to do my edges, I might take that paint right there and put it on right now. Usually I would pre-prime a canvas black, and I have one with 2 coats of paint on it waiting. My intention is to dip a scoop or a shovel into some colors and lay down a stripe across the center and probably tip it so that it morphs a little bit, which is why I am bothering to cover my edges in advance, because after the initial tip I may just use a basting brush, which is my intention actually. And I'm almost done, which goes to show how many times I've done this, quite a few. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this paint that I had earlier and put it into this paint that I just created, because it's a better, the wider the area, surface area of the container is, the better chance I have for picking up the colors that I want. And I really think at this point that's pretty well covered. And I'm sure somebody skipped ahead, but that's okay. That's the way it goes. So I'm going to take this paint, like I said, right here, and put it down right there. And then I'm going to add some more. Actually, I think I'm going to add some right in, well, I'm going to add whatever will come out. And I'm having no luck at all with that. So, yeah, I really want that last color that's not coming out. So I guess I'm going to get right into it. And I will undo that in a minute, and hopefully I will not try and pour anything out of that bottle right onto my canvas, as has happened occasionally in the past. So I'm going to use some Anita's white. I'm going to take that lump out of there. And I'm going to do something I don't do a lot, and I'm going to use some yellow. Because every time I use it, it works well. And it seems to be free and clear of obstructions. I have some other iridescent. If you want iridescent paint, you can always purchase a product from Golden called Iridescent Pearl Fine. I want a little bit of black, and I want some, that's enamel, so I'm not going to go overboard, because a little enamel, a little acrylic enamel goes a very, very long way. I really want that open too. What's it feel like to want? I'm just going to get right in there, because I don't want to pour an endless amount of that paint. When you see threads, when you open your bottles and you see threads with clogged bits of paint, take it out. So I don't think I mind too much if I use 2 different pans of color. And if I want, I'll combine them, which was my intention. I'm going to let that Go right over the edge, I think. I do love the way the yellow looks, especially on a black background. If I go very nice and slow, I have a good opportunity. I'm just going to keep turning around my pans of color. And I thought I was going to put another stripe down. But if I do that, it might have to be with a much smaller tool. And there isn't a much smaller tool here, so let's just go ahead and do that. And I'm going to switch around. I'm going to try not to knock any paint over. I'm going to switch around so I start. That purple is my neon folk art. It's in multi-surface acrylic. Let's just grab a little bit more of that exact same configuration. Start at the other side though. I definitely like lifting the canvas to let a little bit of paint go down. Now my original intention was just to use a basting brush, but I love these colors. So I really could just use a basting brush. Or I could leave them like they are and I'd still be pretty happy. I'm going to put these aside for a moment and put the cover back on them because I'm probably going to just do what I said I was going to do. And I've got a basting brush with all of the bristles except for the center row taken out, and then I took out every other bristle also. I really want some gold in there. I think that that's going to have to happen. And I didn't tip this. And my rows are definitely random shaped. And I'm really tempted to go ahead and blow some of that gold out. Because I know that combined with the black in the background, it will probably make cells. I said I would tip, so let me find an edge catcher, because anytime I tip and paint is going to come off the canvas in any way, shape, or form, I can also use the paint that comes off. And nothing is moving really fast. But it's still moving. Let's just keep going around. Because I like this heavy puddle, the idea of that moving. I kind of want some other things. This is like a lot more of a stripe than I was imagining. And I'm not sure that I'm going to enjoy, let's call it ruining it. So if I were going to do this, in any way, shape, or form, how would I want to do this? So I'm definitely doing a random abstract stroke. Following the original one. Trying not to twist my basting brush too much. I'm not wiping it off, but I could. I don't think the marks have to stay completely regular, but somebody might think differently than me. I've done basting brush work before, but not exactly like this. And it's not the most spectacular thing I've ever seen, so my inclination is to go ahead and let it morph or move and see what happens. Really what I want to do is kind of different. It's that kind of day, I think. I'm going to grab my black enamel. And I'm going to play with my swipe card, as long as it shows itself to me right now. There's one of them. And knock that paint right off in a little dish. I'm going to come around to the other side, I think, and do the same thing. Which probably should have included only places that I wanted the enamel. We don't know exactly what's going to happen with this at all. But it'll be different, and I'll probably learn something. I might even learn something I don't want to do. Every once in a while somebody needs a day like the day I'm having, which is not knowing exactly what I'm doing, so that I appreciate it more the next time. I think, and everything is blowing around, so I'm just going to keep going back and forth and picking up that enamel. And I'm going to try not to get too depressed about what I see, because I really think if I give up too soon by thinking I'm not getting what I want, I won't have a chance to save it and turn it into anything that I really like. And there's always that chance. Although I'm pretty sure this is not that. Alright, so what I'm thinking is, since I've gone this far, if I look in my dish and find that I've got a swipe rag, which I don't. Alright, I'm just going to spatula swipe this. I never do this, so I'm going to do it now. It's not the same as scraping, I swear. Not getting a whole lot of joy out of that. Let's see what's under there. Really good thing I didn't torch. So maybe this will be making lemonade and maybe it won't. Not doing anything for me so far. Where's my favorite color? There it is, and it's not open yet, so I'm going to try and open that. And I really think that I need it to be the shimmering version of this, so maybe I'll just go back and grab that instead. which I obviously did not pull out today. So I think that's what's going to happen. I'm going to pick places that I like the look of. Because I can. That's the name of my first book on the Amazon link. And because the paint isn't terribly heavy, I think I can get away with using some of that blue from Masters, Modern Masters. And here it is. And maybe some other colors that would normally sink away. So I don't want to use, surprisingly enough, I don't want to use the basting brush again. And I am going to take a chance that the scraping of the skewer will heal itself on the wet paint. Spontaneous, intuitive rescue operation. Let's hope I can do something with this. I've got some cells, just not very many, not as many as I would like to have. I'll have to call this almost scraped. But you know what I've got? I've got all the paint that I had, and it was pretty to begin with. And 2 minutes. To pull a miracle out of that, you know where. And I've got enough paint. It's going to be different. It's not going to be horrible. And I could probably do something with that tomorrow, but I kind of like what I've got, actually. I think the white works very nicely. So this is Priscilla Batzell in Spring Hill, Florida at Expressionist Art Studio Gallery, grasping at straws and still having a good time in spite of it, and telling you deserve to do the same. And I'm really wanting to grab one of my Princeton Art Tool Catalyst spatulas and grab the residual colors that I've got in this container and use them to dribble so it can go in the bucket. So I actually do like that. I'm not even lying. And I was pretty sure I wasn't going to be super thrilled with this, but I'm not unhappy at all. I'm going to let all that paint go down there. I'm inclined to throw a few more things in there, but you know what? That little bit of orange is neat. So if you guys watch the videos longer, you help me out. If you shop the Amazon link, it's at no added cost to you, and it helps me out, and I really appreciate it. On Expressionist Art Studio Gallery, Priscilla Batzell, my other channel, you will probably find on the end screens of any video you watch there a monthly drawing. I like all of that. I think I want a little bit more here. Who knows what this is going to dry like. And the only thing I'm thinking that might make me really happy would be a little bit of this folk art color shifting turquoise. And I don't want to take a big chance. That's not hurting my feelings any. I've got a few cells here and there. I think a few more marks and I'd be all set. Alright, you'll probably never see another painting like this again from me ever. But that doesn't mean that it's not been fun for me to play with, and I recommend fun, so don't give up, whatever you do. Push to release the bubbles in the paint. Not that anything has ever been any less manipulated than this. Should have stuck with that first shovelful and called it good. I love you guys. I hope you come again. If you check on Expressionist Art Studio